Hi everyone, in this video I will be reading this Phineas and Ferb fanfic titled The Flin-Fletchers Throw a Christmas Party. So, I hope you enjoy. This is the first time I've reread it since I wrote it. And usually I have a rule where if I haven't finished a notebook, I cannot read any of the previous stories I've written in it. But I don't have too many animated Christmas themed fanfics, so I'm breaking that rule for this one. This notebook is not completed yet. So, the story is, but the notebook isn't. Anyway, and it's a slightly longer one. So, the Flin-Fletchers Throw a Christmas Party. TV show, Phineas and Ferb. Started June 19th, 2025 at 8:10 p.m. and completed September 6th, 2025 at 3:26 a.m. That was probably, I just finished it before bed. I'm a night owl. Okay, anyway. Characters: Isabella, Phineas, Ferb, Candace, Buford, Beljeet, Stacy, Major Monogram, Perry, Doofenshmirtz, Hines, references to Linda, Vanessa, and Vanessa Doofenshmirtz. Okay. I thought, what if Phineas asked Candace to help with the more chill part of their party, and she accepted, so this is how I imagine that would go. So that was my inspiration for this fanfic. The Flin-Fletchers Throw a Christmas Party. Phineas and Ferb are in their room planning their Christmas party when they get stumped on the more chill, relaxing part of the party. Phineas tells, sorry, it's been a while since I've done one of these, so shake off the nerves. All right. Phineas says, I think we're going to need some help planning this next part of the party. Nope. Still everything on camera. Good. All right. Okay, so Ferb wonders, who are you thinking of getting help from? Our sister Candace, says Phineas. Ferb agrees. Well, she is a teenager. She'll probably know exactly what to do at this point in the party. Phineas agrees. True. So they, meaning Phineas and Ferb, go to Candace's room. They knock on her bedroom door. Phineas knocks on Candace's door. Yes, who is it? Says Candace, with the door closed. Phineas answers, your brothers. We need your help with something. Candace, shocked, opens the door. Wait, you two geniuses need my help? Phineas explains, first, thank you, Candace. Second, we have an hour of our party that we don't know what to do with. We need a chill-calm activity for that time, since the activities we plan before then are very physically draining. We need a chill activity to calm everyone down before the gift exchange. Okay, it's focusing. All right. So what do you say? Will you help us out with our party? Asks Phineas. Candace excitedly says, yes, I'll help you. I have the perfect idea for you guys. It's something I saw online. The way they did it online was each wrote a secret on a piece of paper, and then they mixed them up, and as a group had to figure out who had what secret. And you had to keep your secret hidden till the group agreed on whose secret belonged to whom. Once the group was agreed, those whose secrets were in front of them whose secret in front of them were correct, they would then raise their hand to confirm the group's guess was right. Then the rest would reveal what their secrets were. Now, if you're okay with this game, I'll put my own spin on it. And I'll ask. I always have a tendency to do that, to forget the extra letters. Like, sometimes with it and is and I'll forget the T, the S, the L's. So, sorry. I'll ask you Christmas-related questions, and you'll answer your question on a sheet of paper without writing your name on the paper. Then we'll all guess who put what on their paper. What do you guys think? Phineas happily says, "That's perfect! It's just what we need." Okay. Focus. Alright. One sec. Sorry, I'm filming this December 5th. It's starting to get cold. I need to blow my nose. I don't have a cold. Knock on wood. But, anyway. Just the cold weather. Anyway. I didn't want to be sniffling. Alright. Focus. Focus, MMJ. Focus. Alright. Ferb agrees. My brother's right. Thank you, Candace. You've been a big help today. Candace appreciative says, "Well, I'm glad I could help you guys. And thank you for your compliment." Ferb informs, "No problem, sis." 1 week later, the kids are gathered in the living room, sitting cross-legged in a semicircle, with Candace standing in the front of them, like in the middle of the half, because a semicircle is like half a circle, right? So anyway, so with Candace standing in front of them and looking down at them, literally. Candace has explained the rules. "Yes, Beljeet," calls upon. He had his hand up. Beljeet lowers his hand. "What if two people have the same answer?" Candace tells, "Well, in that case, I'll say two or more said blank, and we'll have to guess who said that." Beljeet, understanding, says, "Okay, thanks for answering my question." Candace explaining, "No problem." Candace gives out sheets of paper, and Perry secretly grabs a piece of paper and fills out an answer to the question on their cards, which he caught a glimpse of before grabbing his sheet of paper, so it's just a random one. He then writes the question on the top of the card, mimicking the other cards. He then places his card in the group with the others by using his tail as a hockey stick. He slides the card into the pile unnoticed by the others. 1 minute later, everyone has put their answers into the middle of the group. So Candace grabs all the cards, arranges the cards so they're all going the same direction. The cards will look something like this. Question 1. What do you want for Christmas? Their answer. Question 2. And let's not give too many spoilers, but that's kind of what I imagine the cards would look like. And then they'd answer. So. Alright. Back to the story now. So, I've mixed these up. Now, I'll read them. So, question 1 was, what do you want for Christmas? And your answers were, so there's two people. Answers were, reads aloud, okay, so there's two people who want to get caught under the mistletoe with their crushes. Interesting. Now, this one's similar to the previous one, but this person said, time alone with their crush. The next person, I skipped a line there. Next, someone wants to know where Perry went. And the next person said, wants a toy race car. When I rewrite this, I'll fix those issues there, make it more smoother. The next person wants a toy race car. Well, this one's interesting, points out Candace. They want Linda to see Phineas and Ferb's builds. And wait a minute, there's an extra one here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. There's laundry going like 7 feet away from me. Sorry if there's background noise. I apologize. I'm trying to multitask. Anyway. Candace says, and wait, there's an extra one here. This person says, wants their family to know there's a secret agent. 3 seconds later, Perry's watch starts beeping. He then runs to an empty hallway so that he, Perry, is out of eyesight of everyone. However, little does he know, he's still within earshot of the group. And after the suspicious beeping, the group is extra attentive to external sounds in their environment. So they're all quietly listening in and hear the following dialogue from Francis. Major Monogram alerts. Agent P, come in, Agent P. As you can guess, Doofenshmirtz is at it again. Find out what he's up to and put a stop to it. Good luck, Agent P. Perry then leaves for his mission, leaving the group to question Phineas. Candace accusingly says, Phineas, is there anything you want to tell us? Phineas, shocked, says, I'm not Agent P. I don't know who is, but I know it's not me. Bellacheet points out, Secret Agent 101, you don't tell people you're a secret agent. Everyone knows that. So of course you're gonna deny it. Any good secret agent would, says Bellacheet. Phineas requests, come on, Ferb, back me up here. Ferb confirms, my brother's right. There is an Agent P. They've got a lair and everything. But it's not Phineas. I can assure you that. Candace points out, okay, so we'll put this one off to the side for now and move on. Places the card on the ground beside her on the left side. The next answer we'll figure out is, who wants a toy race car? Phineas tells, that's obvious, Ferb. He told me a month ago that's what he wants for Christmas. Candace asks while looking at all of them, do we all agree? Everyone in unison, yes. Because if Ferb speaks, it looks obvious. If he doesn't agree, then it's going to look too obvious. So he just agrees with them so that it's not obvious that it actually is his. If he were to disagree, it would be obvious. Did you see where I'm going? Anyway, so in unison, yes. Candace hands Ferb the card. Ferb accepts and places the card in front of him on the ground. Candace tells, so, I'll pick the next one from my pile. Grabs it and reads as a reminder. Oh, this one's really good. Man, I wish I would have said this. Phineas getting mad, getting impatient. Just read the card already. Okay, says Candace. Breathe, Phineas. Phineas takes a deep breath and exhales. Okay, thanks for reminding me. You can continue now. So the next person said for Linda to see what Phineas and Ferb build every day. Ferb tells, well, that's obviously Candace. Bellacheet points out, though, but why would she refer to her own mother as Linda? Ferb says, probably to make it sound like Isabella or Buford wrote that card. Bellacheet agrees. That's a good point. However, that's a good point. Sorry? Oh. Okay. I drew my letter wrong. That's a good point. Now, I was originally going to pick Buford for the simple reason that he would like to see, he being Buford, would like to see Phineas and Ferb get in trouble. But it would make more sense for Candace to strategically, I think is what I was trying to spell there and pronounce, strategically write Linda instead of Mom to throw us off. Phineas asks, so, do we all agree on Candace for that one? Everyone agrees, yes. So Candace takes the card and places it in front of her on the ground. Candace then picks up the next card. So the next one is, so this person wants time alone with their crush. Phineas points out, why don't we give that one to Buford? I mean, we don't know much about his love life, so maybe this is his way of telling us? Everyone follows Phineas's logic and agrees to give the card to Buford. Buford takes the card and puts it in front of him on the ground, just like the rest of them did. Candace tells, next we'll go with the person who wants to know where Perry keeps going when he sneaks off. Buford informs, I gotta say, that sounds like something Baljeet would want. Says Buford, okay, I don't know if I said that earlier. Being a nerd, I'm sure it bothers you that you don't know where he goes every day. Isabella points out, for once, your logic actually makes sense. Buford offended, hey! Isabella apologizes. Oh, sorry, I just heard it the way you must have. My apologies. Fine, I forgive you, since it's Christmas. Ferb asks, do we agree that's Baljeet's card? All confirm, yes. Candace hands Baljeet the card. So, there's only two, aside from our bonus entry left, leaving Phineas and Isabella with the card saying they want to get caught under the mistletoe with their crushes. The two accept the cards and put them in front of them. Is everyone happy with the cards in front of them? All in unison say, yes. I actually had to take a note, I had a separate note beside me saying, this is who said this is who said this is who said this, as I was writing this, because I had forgotten, who I had planned to say what ones. So I had, a little, note beside me to help me. So, yeah. Because I've got ADHD, and so my memory is not the best. Anyway. Candace informs, so put your hand up if the card in front of you is yours. Two hands are raised. Candace shocked, seriously? I thought we got more than two correct. Baljeet explains, I'm honestly surprised Buford got my reasoning correct. No offense, but I didn't think Buford paid that much attention to me. Buford tells, no offense taken. Truthfully, I didn't realize I paid that much attention to you either. Baljeet, annoyed, oh, thanks. Sorry, bud, says Buford. Thanks for apologizing, says Baljeet. Buford informs, well, since it's Christmas, I figure I should start being a little nicer. Baljeet tells, well, it's the thought that matters. Candace informs, and we're moving on now. Ferb points out, I'd forgotten that Phineas knew about me wanting a toy race car, and that's why I didn't argue it. So, Ferb and Baljeet were correct. The rest were wrong. I need to go get a drink. Alright. I have my drink beside me now, so, where are we? Okay. Phineas states, I was actually wondering actually wondering why you didn't argue. So thank you for clarifying, says Phineas. Ferb says, no problem. Candace asks, now Isabella, what was yours? Isabella informs, you were very close, but you gave my card to Buford. Swaps cards with Buford. Mine was time alone with my crush. And your crush is, says Phineas. Candace cuts her off. Later. She can reveal that later. I have to move things along. So, Buford, what was yours? Buford points out, actually, I have the right one now. I want to be caught under the mistletoe with my crush. Interesting. I know that's very out of character for Buford, but it's my story. Let me have it, okay? I know it's out of character for him. Alright, anyway. Then Baljeet wonders, who's your crush? Buford informs, I'll tell you later. Candace tells, so, it's down to me, Phineas, and the mystery 7th member. Phineas truthfully says, mine was actually given to Candace. Mine was actually given to Candace. The two swaps cards with Candace. Let me explain. You were on the right track in thinking I wrote Linda on purpose to throw you off, but I didn't think you'd accuse my sister. Anyway, the reason I want Mom to see our builds is we work hard on our builds, and I'm so proud of our work. Look, is it too much to ask for our mom to see our work just once? I also feel bad for Candace. The mysterious force, as Candace calls it, makes Candace out to be a liar on a daily basis. So I kind of see, like, it's trying to go from, like, the point of view of a artist, you know? Like, artists like to show off their work, but it keeps getting destroyed at the end of each episode. So I was kind of going, like, that route. I was trying to get that perspective for Phineas. Give that be his perspective kind of thing. Anyway, so I hope that came across. Anyway, Candace says, if that's the case, why don't you tell Mom what you do every day? Phineas tells, because I've tried. She thinks we're playing make-believe, or that Candace made me say that so that she doesn't look crazy. So that she, meaning Candace, doesn't look crazy. Candace surprised. So she doesn't believe you either? Nope, says Phineas. Verb's never tried. Maybe she'll believe him. Oh, okay. So there's part 1 and part 2. I forgot there was a part 2. Okay. Well, that's worth a shot. Well, that's worth a shot. Buford tells, or you could just film you building something and send it to her. Phineas realizes, why didn't we think of that? Buford tells, you're probably just overthinking it. Candace says, agreeing, true. Anyway, I'm the other person who said get caught under the mistletoe with their crush. Buford asks, and who's your crush? Phineas confused, you don't know? Buford wonders, should I? Well, everyone else does, says Phineas. Anyway, says Candace, the next question, passes cards out, is what is your favorite part about Christmas? So, that is it for part 1. Part 1 was written from June 19th, 2025 at 8:10 to June 26th, 2025 p.m. That's where it is. Okay. Okay, and part 2 is over here. So, anyway, that is it for part 1. I hope you enjoyed. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you for watching.